Welcome to our show today, and with me is the owner of Aquarex. What the hell is Aquarex, Johnny? Tell me what it is.
Susie, Aquarex is what we call a physical water conditioner. It's an alternative to water softener. It's what a lot of people call a no salt softener. And it does most of what a softener does, and it does a bit more as well. It deals with hard water. That's the thing.
Okay.
And you have lots of problems with hard
I know
water.
I do, but why does everybody need this?
Well, I tell you what, the problem with hard water is the
Yes.
scale. Scale sticks to pipes and surfaces. It has to. It can't do anything else. So then it hangs around on shower heads, on faucets, things like that. Also, it affects the way that soap works too. So it's bad for your hair. You don't get the lathering. It's bad for your laundry. All that sort of thing. It doesn't. Soap doesn't work so well in hard water. So what we do, there are various ways of dealing with it, and the way we deal with it is rather different to the way other people deal with it. What we do, we actually stop that scale sticking. That's the first thing we do. We make nucleation seeds. Do you mind me talking about nucleation seeds?
No, tell me about it.
Okay,
I'm sure our audience wants to hear this too.
All right. Well, what we do is we take the iron, the Fe molecules, the iron molecules that are already in the water, and we change their shape using radio waves. This is actually a radio transmitter. The radio waves travel in the water, and they make these iron molecules change their structure, so that now the scale sticks to the iron molecules instead of the surfaces where it normally goes. Okay? You got that so far?
So far, so good.
All right, so we don't get the scale sticking to anything. Now, the other thing it does, it makes it's such a scale-friendly environment. All these nucleation seeds everywhere. The scale wants to go somewhere, so it goes to those nucleation seeds. And then you get less dissolved calcium in the water. You've got the same amount of calcium, but you've got less dissolved calcium, you've got more particulate calcium. And the particulate calcium is like chalk dust, it's powder. It goes through the system, doesn't cause any problems, but the water that's left behind with less dissolved calcium is softer. So you get better lathering, it's better for your hair, your laundry, your skin and everything else, but you don't get that slippery, slimy feel you get from conventionally softened water.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes. So in other words, Johnny, you're an engineer, and you've developed this. So yeah.
Well, I would like to be considered an engineer, but that's
Okay.
a little bit flattering. I'm really a businessman, but I found this product, and it's a very interesting product.
Okay.
Nobody knew how it worked, and what we've done is over the last 20 years figured out actually how it works.
Okay.
And what it does and how you can apply it. That's the important thing about it.
All right. Well, I must tell you, folks, Johnny put that in my place, about 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was about that, yeah.
Yeah, and it really does work. Honestly, I'm from Missouri, and I really did want to see if it worked, and it does. You can actually, peel it off with your finger.
You can scrape the scale away just within a few weeks now. It just brushes away.
Yeah.
And what about your hair and skin? You feel it different?
It feels better. It
really?
definitely
You look great,
does.
I have to say. It really does.
Well, thank you. But it does, So
yeah. No, it does. It really does work. A lot of people think, it does this thing, is this smoke and mirrors, voodoo, science, etc.
I got to admit, I thought it was too.
Yeah, a lot
at
of people
first.
do, and it's understandable. I mean, it's a new technology. This is the thing. What's the new technology here in the States?
Right.
It's not a new technology in the UK. Everybody uses it in the UK. It's a standard thing. It's like having a cell phone in the UK. It does the job. That's the main thing.
So you guys went to college before we did. This is what you're trying to tell me, right?
No, we just, it's really a matter of, I think the barriers to new technology are less actually in the UK than they are over here. There are a lot of barriers to introducing new technology here into the States, actually.
Right.
And this is it isn't a new technology, it's only new to the States. And we're having great success. I mean, here in Vegas, we've done some of the biggest properties here. They absolutely love it, and they're saving so much money, it's ridiculous.
So what are you looking to do while you're here, Johnny? You're going after the homeowner, but what about some of the businesses?
Well, we do. I mean, there are two sides to the business. There's the homeowner business. There's the homeowner side. I mean, it's only $360. Everybody can afford to put one in.
Absolutely.
And also the landlords who are looking after properties, and the tenants who live in those properties. Because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, well, I can't put a water softener in because I don't own my home. It's only I'm only a tenant." Fine, you can put this in your home where you're living, and then when you move, you can take it with you. And it takes 10 minutes to put in and about 5 minutes to take out. It's as simple as that.
Well, that's great. That's wonderful. So what is your game plan, though? You're planning on being around Las Vegas? Because I know from being here, everybody, people come to Las Vegas, and then they want to sell you something. The next thing you know, they're gone.
I understand what you're saying, Susie. I mean, we've been here since 2010. We've been based here. My whole U.S. operations are based in Vegas. We fly everything in from the UK. It's all manufactured in the UK. It's not Chinese manufactured. It's all
That's
flown
good.
in from the UK.
I like that.
And we distribute it all over the US. I mean, we sell it everywhere from North Slope, Alaska to Key West, Florida.
Wow.
And I travel when I'm not in Vegas. I'm somewhere in between, or I might be at home in England actually some of
Okay.
the time too.
Well, you have an excellent staff here, and you have a lot of good people
Yeah.
that are are working with you on this.
Yeah.
I've met Amanda, and I've met a lot of your team, and everybody's fantastic. So they're all hands on, and it's pretty good.
Well, we're very based here. I mean,
Yeah.
we are very much a Las Vegas company. That's where our home is, and that's where we've been operating some time. And we'll be here for a long time too. It's a nice town. I love it.
Well, yeah, I love it too.
It's not a bad place to set up a business
Well,
in the
no,
US. I can tell you.
isn't this a great idea?
Yeah, the communications are great. The hotels, some of the time, are quite reasonable actually.
Right.
These days, the prices are going up a lot.
Well, speaking of hotels, you've mentioned Panorama Towers, you've mentioned a
Yeah.
couple other properties. Why don't more hotels know about this, Johnny? I think this is an important thing that we discuss.
It's a difficult problem. It may be unique to Las Vegas, but
Right.
you get a lot of people that come into town and they start trying to sell you things, and
Right.
as you said earlier, then they go away again. You don't see them again, and it's quite difficult actually breaking into the
Exactly.
Las Vegas community and this sort of thing. But when I do get to see the right people, they really switch on to it very quickly indeed. I mean, we've done some of the arguably the most luxurious hotel in Las Vegas, who we're not allowed to name. We've done the Cosmopolitan, a lot of the smaller hotels as well, and then the condo towers, Panorama Towers, One Las Vegas, the Jewel, the Ogden, the Martin, all these huge, real luxury condos. They strip their softeners out and they put aquarates in their place.
Now, Johnny, you came up with an interesting thing when you just told me that. Why did they do that? They did that also to save money.
Mostly to save money. I
Right.
mean, they're saving
The budget. Everything
Yeah,
is
it's
the budget.
I mean, the
Yeah.
savings are huge. I mean, the Panorama Towers, they estimate they're saving $500,000 over 3 years.
Right.
And the important thing is with this product, because it's a fit and forget product, you just fit it in, you plug it in, and you walk away. You never have to do anything more to it. And it's guaranteed for 20 years, and it's life in excess of 40 years. So it just goes on and on. You don't have to do anything to it. So, take the Panorama Towers. I mean, they will never spend another cent on treating hard water again
Right.
for the rest of the life of that building. And that is huge. Because when you consider they saved $500,000 in 3 years, you imagine what they're going to save over the lifetime. And it's the same with the other properties too.
Well, you see, that's the part why I'm dedicating the show to you, to be honest with you, because a lot of people want to know what it is. That's why I have you on this program talking to me about
Well,
it.
it's I really appreciate you asking me to come and talk to you about this, because
Right.
I think it's a huge benefit for Vegas, because it's not just, the savings people are going to make too,
Right.
it's also the environmental benefits as well.
Right.
I mean, it's not a good thing putting any salt softener that goes on a system. You're going to put chlorides in the wastewater. And okay, it all ends up back in Lake Mead, but then
Right.
somebody else downstream in Arizona or California is going to take it out, and they
Well,
can't
sure.
use that water so effectively.
Well, as luck would have it, I brought my accountant in here, and he's a very good friend of mine, Don Stewart, and you met him at the party that we
Yeah.
did. And Don was really taken by it because he was buying the salt and carrying it
Yeah.
around, and he's one of your biggest admirers, if you will. And I think what it is more people really need to know what the product is, what it does, and yes, you're going to be
Yeah.
around here, and no, you're not going to take their money and run away.
Yeah.
You're here to stay.
No, we're here to stay. But the other thing, Susie, actually interesting about it is that, people forget they have it,
Right.
I mean, Don, he couldn't remember. It was so funny
Yes.
meeting him, actually, because
Yeah.
he couldn't he almost sort of could, I could see his mind going. He said, yeah, I know. Yeah, it is Aquarex. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
But, he hadn't seen it for ages.
Right, he
Because
forgot
people
it.
forget it. You just have fit and forget product.
Well, yeah, you put it in my place
and then
4
it's,
weeks ago.
And then you don't even know it's there anymore.
No, and then you started asking me a question. Well, how's it looking? How's it working? And you're right. You fit it and forget it, and
then
that's
you reach
exactly
the point,
what I did.
and then you reach a point where you forget you even had limescale.
Right.
You forget you even had hard water. That's
Right.
the interesting thing.
Until you go to somebody else's
Yeah.
house and you see what they have on theirs.
That's right.
You say, "Now wait a minute. Maybe you want to do this
Yeah.
too."
But you see, if you're hauling salt the whole time,
Yeah.
a lot of people hate hauling salt.
Oh, I do too.
That reminds you all the time, you got hard water. When you got an Aquarex, you don't hold salt, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You forget you got hard water. That's a great thing.
So we've got to take a break, but stay with us, and we'll be right back.
Big bugs, pesky insects, dirty critters can all be gone with the all-natural Bug and Critter Solutions.
Hi, I'm Susie Saline, and I have a new book out that will eliminate bugs and critters in your home without the use of poisons and pesticides.
This book has it all, with over 400 pages of natural solutions in large print and a complete index for easy reference.
Best of all, most of the solutions are already in your home, saving you time and money. It's a safe and natural way to protect your home.
Don't spend hundreds of dollars on toxic pest control. Order your copy of the all-natural bug and critter solution today for just $19.99 plus $6.99 shipping and handling. And now, for a limited time, we'll include a free CD with 5,001 Handyman Secrets. Order now for this special TV bonus. Get the Handyman Bonus CD and the all-natural bug and critter solutions book.
It's the safe and all-natural way to protect your home, family, and pets.
Order now for this special TV bonus for just $19.99 plus $6.99 shipping and handling.
Welcome back. Don Stewart happens to be my accountant, and look what else I found out.
Susie, I have been the owner of an Aquarex water softener system since 2012, and It is fabulous. I was first introduced to the Aquarex system. I was a member of a business group, and we had a plumbing company as a member of the group. This is back in March of 2012. Each week, this plumbing representative would stand up and he would talk about the Aquarex system. Well, you know, the members in the group, we want to know what an Aquarex system is.
Well, of course,
and
yes.
it totally replaces a soft water system that a lot of the residences have in their houses in the valley. So when I found out that it was a replacement for the soft water system, that meant a lot to me, because my experience has been that since I moved out here from back east, I got a hot water softening system. I'm having to go to the store and buy bags of salt. Now, you know, coming from back east, you don't buy salt. You don't have a water softening system. It's automatic.
Correct.
So now I'm having to go to the store, buy bags of salt, and to limit my number of trips to the store, I'm going to get 2 or 3 bags of salt.
Sure.
I'm going to load them in the trunk of my car. I'm going to take them home. I'm going to load them out of the trunk of my car.
A lot of work, isn't it?
Just
Don?
to open the bag and dump it inside of the hot water softening system. So, yes, it's a lot of work. So that resonated with me. So I sat the plumber down and I said, okay, tell me some more about this Aquarex water softening system. Turns out it is the size of a light switch.
Yes, isn't that nice?
It only needs a power source to keep operating. It is a no-touch system. I got mine in 2012, and it has been a no-touch operation ever since. There's no salt, there's no maintenance, there's no servicing, and we haven't even talked about the money savings that I have experienced so far.
That's what surprised me, Don. I was really excited about that.
Well, I was spending approximately $20 a week per bag of salt. And I've had my system for 55 months now, so that's $1,100 savings.
There you go.
That I have experienced, and the system is not anything cost like $1,100.
Right.
It is strictly a
It's a no-brainer.
System.
Yeah.
It is a no-brainer.
That's
it really
right.
is. And what it does is that for those individuals that may be listening to the program today, is that it takes the hard water and the limestone out of the water that we have out here.
Right.
It has
Boy,
electrical.
Boy, is it hard, isn't it, that water?
Well, I don't know, but it has the electrical pulses that are flashing through the water at different intervals, and this converts the limestone and the hard water into crystals that's literally flushed out through the faucet.
Fantastic.
And for those individuals who have never had a hard water, soft water system before, they're really going to see the Aquarex in operation.
So would you recommend it, is what I want to know.
Absolutely, to anyone at any time. And for those individuals that may be a handyman listening to the program today, the system can be installed by yourself in about 20 minutes.
That's great. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, let me tell you. It's good to have you here. So in final parting words, Don, if anybody has any questions, you know, or you want to give them your name and number and, you know, let them know.
I don't mind at all. I'm Dr. Don Stewart, and my office number is 702-642-8953.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you being on our show.
I appreciate you.
and we'll be back. Hi, I'm Susie Saline. I own and run several businesses, and just like you, I understand the daily challenges ownership brings and the need to increase your bottom line. That's why it's so important to choose the right marketing plan to ensure success. But how do you do that? There are so many choices out there. Which one is right for your business? These are the questions I face too. So I spent the last 2 years researching to find the answers, and I did. I have opened a marketing company, and I want to share this information with you. Remember, I have been where you are, which gives me the inside advantage over the other firms offering advertising advice. Let me help you increase your business income through advertising by calling my personal phone at 702-540-9929. I'm Susie Saline, and I look forward to working with you soon. Well, Johnny, we're back. You know, one of the things you haven't told me about is the descaling. Would you mind telling us what that's about?
Yeah, this is the third thing that Aquarace does. We talked already about how it stops scale sticking and how it makes the water softer as well. But it does the third thing as well. It actually gets rid of the old scale. It breaks up the scale that's already in the system.
Okay.
And then it cleans out all the pipes, cleans out the heaters and everything else like that. So you actually end up with a brand new plumbing system almost, you know?
Oh, really?
Because it's got completely scale-free. That's right.
That's great.
Now, you're going to ask me how it does it, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And I'm going to tell you we don't really know.
What did you say? You don't really know?
No, we don't really know. We think it's to do with resonance. We think these ultra-high frequencies we're putting in the water actually cause the scale to break away. That's what we see happening.
Right.
It breaks away, and it does it upstream and downstream. So if you put this on your house, you actually end up descaling the main water outside in the street as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And your next door neighbor's house too.
Well,
for that matter.
when you descale in the pipes, what happens? Do you have to open like the faucet or whatever?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, fortunately here in Las Vegas, what
Yeah.
we find is the scale always breaks down into a very soft powder.
Oh,
And
okay.
it just goes through the system and doesn't cause any problems.
Okay.
Other parts of the country, like San Jose, California, for example, we've had problems where it breaks down into a gravel and it actually clogs up the heaters and everything else like that.
Right.
So you have to be really careful with it. Here, when we first put it on one of the big hotels here, we were a bit worried about what it would do, but actually it turned out fine. It didn't cause any issues. So here in the valley, you can expect not to get any issues with it at all. But you will get, all the systems will clean up completely. And some of the hotels particularly, and the homes too, you have problems with backflow valves which scale
sure,
up
a lot of
completely
people
and
do.
they stop working. This will clean it all out and gets it all working properly again. And I was saying how we're not sure about how it works. Now the reason is that we're really working at the front edge of technology here. This is the sort of the edge of the envelope of technology. I work very closely with scientists at Oxford University, and they acknowledge, maybe this is what it's doing, but they don't understand how it's using so little power to do what it actually achieves.
Wow.
So it's pretty spectacular from that point of view.
Well, you put this on like the regular homes, but what about people that have like a sewer system or whatever? I'm curious about that because in Las Vegas we have like the equestrian, the horse district, and people that aren't on city water, if you will. Are they able to use that?
Yeah, if you're on well water, it's great.
That's what
on
I'm
well
talking
water.
about,
Yeah,
yes.
it works well on well water. You just put it in the same place. You know what happens too? The signal actually goes back from where it's installed. It goes back against the flow. It goes all the way down that well, down to the pump at the bottom, and it cleans out the pump string too.
Oh my goodness,
The well
that's
string
great.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually had a guy in. He was head of the PHCC here. He had a well in Pahrump, and his pump broke down, and he knew from experience he was going to have to change the pipe because it's always going to be scaled up. So he bought some pipe. He pulled the old pipe out of the ground. It was completely clean. It had
Wow.
no scale in it at all.
So
And
you
he
have
was-
added
he was really
benefits,
amazed.
is what you're telling me.
That's right. There are a lot of added benefits around too.
Wow. Well, that's great. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Stressed? Take a breath and get away from it all with the help of Diamond Travel and Cruises. Diamond Travel and Cruises is here to help you with their expertise they can send you on a dream vacation like no other. Diamond Travel and Cruises can also make your next conference or family reunion something that they'll talk about for years. Call today, 702-912-0041, or visit them online at susies-diamondtravel.com.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back. Now you've listened to the owner, Johnny, and you've met him. You've heard all about Aquarex. Now you're going to meet the face of Vegas here, Miss Aquarex. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Hi, Susie. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on the show today.
It's a pleasure. So tell our audience how to get a hold of you, and you're there for them, and give them the spiel. How about that?
Yeah, of course. I've been with the company for 5 years, so I am here for you technically, or any support questions that you have. You can reach out to me. I'm local. We're just down the street. 702-304-2170 is my main line. You can always contact us with any questions, any concerns, anything that you need whatsoever. We will be there to stand behind our product 100%.
So Amanda, you did say that you're there for everybody. So in other words, homeowners, if they want to call you, people that have small condo, or like the different business people, they can call you too. You're in charge of basically all of it. You're the face when, you know.
Yeah, of course. Anybody that needs help or questions can reach out to me, whether you're a homeowner, a plumber, a contractor, the engineer of a large casino, anything. I am here for you, and it is a very minimal cost. For a homeowner, you can expect to pay about $360 for this unit. It's so easy to install, but if you are uncomfortable or if you just need reassurance, I am totally here for you 100%.
So you're going to answer any questions and whatever they need, and you have the product here, so they don't have to wait to get it. And we saw the box, how small the box is, so basically they could come pick it up, or possibly you could have it shipped to them?
Well, we actually sell through plumbing wholesalers. We don't sell direct, so that's where we actually target. So I will help you find someone and where you can get it, any support that you need, but we do not sell direct, only through wholesalers.
Okay, and you have a wholesaler that is right next to you that they'll be, you'll take the order, or you'll give them the order to take?
Yeah, I work very closely with A-Pro Plumbing Supply, and they will be supplying all of the residential and even commercial units that you may need.
Okay, well that's great. That's what I wanted to find out, because after we talked about all of this, I'm sure our audience has a lot of questions. They've got you to talk to, and then you'll be able to steer them in the right path, correct?
Yes, of course. Anything that they need, I will be here for them.
Okay, well it's a pleasure to have you on board, and I'll tell you what, I love my new Aquarex at home, and I highly recommend everybody to get it. So thanks for being on the show, Amanda.
No, thank you, Susie, and I'm so glad it's working well in your home.
Okay.
Susie's Production and Media offers an array of creative services and website design, infomercials to social media creation and management. Social media is the key in today's market. It's the fuel that drives the clients to your business. At Susie's Productions and Media, we brand and market your business or products and captivating visual content. We utilize every possible social media outlet on the web to ensure your success.
Well, Johnny, we're back again. Show me what's in your box.
Okay, Susie, this is the Aquarex WK1. This is what people would put in their homes if they have gas water heaters and they're on city water.
Okay.
Here's the controller here. That's the radio transmitter.
Okay.
These are the antenna. Those are the wires. You just wrap around the pipe. That's all you got to do. 12 times each wire.
So
and then
right
you have
around the pipe 12 times.
Yeah, I can run it around your fingers like that.
Okay.
But it literally just goes.
We get the idea.
It literally just goes right. You have the tie wraps to secure it. Okay. And then you have a transformer here. And the point about the transformer is that if you don't have an outlet nearby, then you can just splice in. This is 9 volts AC wire here. You know, it says low voltage.
Sure.
You can just splice in extra bell wire or whatever you have. and we test that over half a mile. So you can take this to wherever there's an outlet. You don't have to bring an outlet
Wait a
to
minute,
the unit.
did you just say you tested this over a half a mile?
Yeah, this.
With
We
that?
tested this over half a mile. It'll work over. So you can take it, you can take it to an outlet. The point is, you can take it to any outlet.
So in other words, if
in
you're
the house.
outside, you can go from one end to
Well,
the
you
other.
can, yeah. And you know what a lot of people do?
What?
They actually wire it into they plug it into the door opener. You know, in a garage
Yeah.
door, you
Yeah,
have this
that's great.
door opener. There are always two outlets up there. Only
Sure.
one of them is ever used for the motor. So a lot of people, they plug it in there. And that means that if it's on a workbench or something, if it's on a workbench,
Sure.
somebody's going to unplug it, put their drill or something in there. or their
But
tool
here
in
they'll
there.
never unplug
But
it
this
because
is-
they'd have to get up on
that's
the
right.
ladder and do
So
that.
it's a bit elaborate, but
This is
that's the
fantastic.
kind of thing you can do.
Okay.
But that is really all. And what we do is we recommend you install it on the cold inlet to the water heater. Now you
Okay.
think, well, why don't you put it on the cold inlet to the house? You don't need to put it on the cold inlet to the house. Just don't forget, this signal travels in both directions. It goes
Okay.
upstream and downstream.
All right.
So you put it on the cold inlet to the water heater, treats the water going in the heater, treats the water sitting in the heater. Even if you're on vacation, it's still working
this is
away,
great.
stopping it scaling up. And it also goes back, does all the cold water in the house, which is good for your faucets. The scale in your faucets, worktops, that comes from the cold water, so it treats all that. And even go out and do your neighbor's house too.
Oh, then they're going to love you too, or love me.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I'll have to ask my neighbor.
if
see
you're
what
really
she
smart,
thinks.
I say
Yeah.
to plumbers sometimes, only half jokingly, sell one to your neighbor,
Yeah.
you make some money, you get your house treated for nothing.
There you go.
It is capable of doing that. We don't encourage it for obvious reasons.
Well, yes.
But it is capable of doing that. But that's how different it is to other forms of water treatment.
Well, see, folks, you've seen this, and for 4 weeks now, I've had it in my house, and it, honest to God, does work. And I was as skeptical as everybody, but when you look at what this is, even if I can put it in, that means you can put it in. So it's, women, we don't need those guys if we don't want them. We can do it ourselves. Because, if you're like me, you want to be able to be hands-on and be able to do what you want. But this is really amazing. And I got to tell you, Johnny, I'm tickled to death to have you on my show. And it's really something we can all can use. And besides that, the price is right. I mean, for everybody.
Well, as you say, Susie, it's the thing that the lady in the house can do. Not quite sure how to put that, but the lady in the house can do.
Right.
You don't need a plumber to do it. You can actually install it yourself. It's so simple.
Right.
That's the important thing.
Well, that's the big thing.
And it's the lady in the house who has to clean out the shower heads and everything.
And
So
it's the lady in the house that makes the decision on who's
Well,
going to
there you
spend the
go.
money.
Yeah, well,
Right?
there you go.
Yeah. You might think the guys want to do this, but I can tell you firsthand, no. It's
All
the
right.
women that are going to say
Okay.
yay or nay.
And don't forget your money-back guarantee. I always keep stressing that. It's not in case it doesn't work. It's a peace of mind guarantee. People
Right.
look at that and say, how can that do
Right.
what you say it does?
Right.
Listen, don't believe us. Just try it for yourself and see for yourself.
There you go.
And
No risk.
You've only got your lime scale to lose.
Right.
And you're not taking
Let's
any
gamble.
gamble.
Right, there's no
You're
gamble.
not taking a gamble with Acurates, I promise you that. You're not going to lose anything.
I
with it.
like your motto. One more time, what's that motto?
You're not going to go gambling with Acurates. You've only got your lime scale to lose. That's all.
Okay. You heard it here. So let's test him. What do you think? Thank you for being on my show. It was fantastic. Please give him a call. You'll see the numbers at the bottom of the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Susie.
Okay.
It's been a real pleasure.
Bye.
Clear.
Okay.
Okay, let's get Amanda in real